and welcome to my channel once again. Today we have a few questions and answers. Remember my own opinion.
Do you think an entrepreneur has to date an entrepreneur for the relationship to work?
Well, I would say an entrepreneur and an entrepreneur can date, depends. But at the end of the day, like I always say, is the communication you have in your relationship. It is good in the beginning, but as you start beginning to have kids, somebody has to be home to be with the kids. If you're a business person, uh, your business never ends. It's like 24 hours. You're coming up with new ideas, you're thinking of new things because you want to grow, you want to do more stuff. So if you're doing this 24 hours of the day and your partner is doing this 24 hours of the day, because it's like you're never resting, because if you want to grow and if you want to take it big, you have to keep thinking of new ideas. Like people say, I'm a dreamer. I always dream, because without dreams I can have my reality. So you always have to keep expanding and doing that. When you have small children, who is going to be home with the kids? And to me it's really really tasking and difficult if both of you are doing the same thing. But that is why you see, like, a lot of Chinese people, the Oriental people, you see them in their shops with their children, and it's not like they just want to bring their children, but they need to spend time with the kids because it's their growing years. And if you don't do that, you really are not spending enough time with your children. When we were young, I know I and my siblings, we hated going to work with my parents. My parents were both business people, and they took all of us. We all worked in the business. I can remember, like, when I was about 5 years old, I went to work with my parents, and that was what really motivated me into business. That I felt if I'm there for them all day, I might as well be doing little things to make my own, to generate my own income. So that was how I got into business, like at the age of 7. So it is a very very difficult thing, but it can be done. And sometimes with both of you, you people can grow very very big and large because both of you are thinking the same thing. But with the kids, if you don't incorporate your kids into it, then it can be a very very difficult thing, because you don't want nannies and babysitters to be the one taking care of your kids all day. So the kids have to be with you majority of the times, and sometimes they don't like it. They don't want to go to your business place. If you're working from home, it's different. They don't want to go to your business place with you all day, because that was how I grew up. I really didn't like it. So it can be done, but communication again is the key.
Alright. My husband complains that I dress too sexy when we go out on outings. It's creating a lot of tension between us. Should I dress more conservatively or tell him that I can dress any way that I want?
I would say there's a time and place for everything. If you were somebody that loved yourself, dressing sexy and taking care of yourself before you got married, and that was the way he met you, I don't think, like I always say, you shouldn't change somebody, man or woman. You don't change people just because you married them. You work with them, you know. Even as a Christian, the Bible said, when I was a child, I acted like a child, and when I became a grown up, I started acting more grown up. Yeah, you can dress sex. You can dress sexy. Uh, you can tone it down sometimes to please him, but you don't have to change yourself for him. Because if he met you that way, that was what attracted you to him. Why does he want to take it away from you? Dressing sexy and actually trying to entice other people is two different things. If it makes you happy and you're doing it for yourself, there's nothing wrong with it. And you should understand, he liked you for that. Why should he take it away from you? And you can tone it down. If you're going to church, you shouldn't have revealing your cleavage because you're going to church. But if you're going out to regular outings, why can't you be sexy for him? so that he'll be looking at you instead of, looking at other people.
My children have grown up and recently moved out. I'm a single mom and I'm bored and lonely. What can I do? Should I try to look for a partner to fill that void?
Well, if your children are all grown, you've done your job, you're a single mom. I have to applaud you for doing a good job. I hope you raised your kids very well. Uh, I wouldn't say looking for somebody to fill the void, but you can go out, you can do stuff, all the things you put off while you were raising your kids. This is the time for you to do those things, although not in quarantine time and this time of COVID, but at least you can get out and, just take time and do stuff for yourself. You shouldn't just because your kids are not there, it doesn't mean that they left, they're all grown now, you're looking for somebody else to babysit or somebody else to take care of. If you find the right partner, then it is a good thing. But don't just go searching for somebody that might not possibly be the best thing for you. Don't just fill the void because your children are not home with a partner that you might not really be interested in because you're lonely. Get a partner because you fell in love with that person and that person makes you happy and completes the other part of you that you need to be completed, but not just because you just want somebody to fill the void. That's not the way you should go into a relationship at any age, any time. It should be that that person makes you happy, that person makes you laugh, that person is there for you or shoulder for you because things are not always, it's not always sunshine. Comes sunshine, then comes, you know, uh, the nighttime. So the person should be there for you all the time.
When my relatives get together, there is always a lot of tension. How do I go about easing that tension? Or should I simply avoid the gatherings as much as possible?
Well, it's family, and family, is something we're born into. It's not something they're not like friendship. If they're friends, I'll tell you avoid them. But your family and life is just too short. We should enjoy each other. And to me, family is number one, and family means a lot to me. I'm from a large family, like I told you all from beginning. Um, and I love all my siblings and all my siblings. We are not all in the same place. We're in different countries. We're all over the world, but we do love each other dearly, and we do enjoy anytime we come together. We talk. It's just like when we're kids. It's like the best time of my life being one of the youngest child, I mean, I really enjoy all of them. I drove all of them crazy, and I enjoy being with them. And my husband is from a large family. He's from a family of 12, and he's always very happy when he's with his family. So yes, sometimes there might be tension. If there's tension, sometimes just avoid little arguments because it would pass. As long as there's no hatred and there's no envy and jealousy, as you're growing older, you're not going to always agree on the same thing because you don't have your parents to go report one another to. You are now coming together because of love, and love, they said, always cures everything. Love is the key, and if there are tension, then like little arguments, whatever make you guys argue, just avoid it and just know you don't live with them at this point. You're with them to enjoy each other's company. If there's something, if it's the other one's kid that is causing the tension, don't talk about the kid. If it's money, you don't have to be braggadocious about one another. That's their life. All fingers are not equal. One definitely is going to excel in one thing where the other one is not. But remember, when one excels in one thing, the other one excels in another. So there's always different things you can bring to the table. And if one is not receiving of it, just when you're together, just talk about happy moments, things that make both of you happy, things things that make the family happy. If you don't have this, then reminisce about the old times, your memories, your parents, whatever, and just avoid things that cause tension. Don't avoid your family. Life is just too short, because if you avoid them, when they are not there no more, you really regret it, and there's no time for regrets. Enjoy life. Life is too short.
What's the best way to avoid a small argument with a loved one?
The best way for me to avoid a small argument with a loved one, people that know me know sometimes if you make me angry, you annoy me, I'm not going to talk to you. I walk away from the situation, and yes, because I might be annoying to you, and like I've always made my own daughter know, there are things when I hurt her feelings, she don't have to be around me, and when she hurts my feelings, we just give each other a break, walk away from the situation, take a break, take a breather, and then when we're ready to talk, and always be able to say you're sorry. I've always said sorry to my child from when she was really young, and it is the hardest thing for her too, but she has learned as she has grown to say she's sorry to me when she offends me. My husband is really good at that. So my loved ones, my family, they're really good at that. We know we are not always right. We know we offend one another. Sometimes just, realize that what is right for you might not be right for the other. And if it hurts the other's feelings, just all you have to say is just a small word. Sorry. Sorry cures it all. You know, all is works all the time. You know, it doesn't hurt no one, but makes everyone in a happy place, and that's where we need to be.
What are the best places to look for a responsible man? I'm recently divorced and have not had any recent dating experiences. However, I like being in a long term relationship, not into the single lifestyle. What should I do?
Oh well, that's a difficult one. I've been married for 20 years, so I was quite, you know, before that I was a single mother raising my child for about 10 years. So um, I would say, people would say church. No, I don't think so. A man that is in church is a woman that brought him to church. So if you go to church to look for a man, it's not going to happen. And if you find a man in church, you're finding another woman's husband, not a church. You go to a bar. I don't think a bar you find a good man, because you don't want a drunk. Except you're gonna be filling your fridge with wine and hard liquor. Then he will stay there. So party, you're going to party to have fun. That's not where you find a man. I think you can find a man anywhere. You might be at a supermarket, a grocery store, and if believe in yourself, and don't be too hungry. What I say, too hungry, don't be too desperate, because when you're very desperate, people can sense it. When I was single, I didn't want people that were needy, and I don't think people want people that are too needy. You see a woman, she's looking for a husband, and all she's asking you when you're trying to ask her out on a date, she's like giving you an interview like you're coming to seek employment. That is not good. That's a turn off. And a man too, just have small talks, and find out things about them, and if it's something you're not interested in, you don't have to go on a second date with them, because that was what I did when I was single. If you have a child and I'm interested, because I had one and I love mine, you have to love mine with me. And things I don't like, don't go into it and think you're going to change it. That way you will find somebody you really want, and somebody that really loves you, and then you can really have that long lasting relationship that you want. Don't try to change things. So you can meet a man anyway. You can just be driving on the street and by the traffic light, and always have a smile, always be happy. Key thing, be happy. When you're happy, you will meet somebody anywhere. But if you go like you're so frustrated, so depressed, and so unhappy because you don't have a man, happiness comes from within, and you should be happy with yourself first. If you're not happy with yourself and you think somebody else is going to give you happiness, it's not going to happen. And the good ones, you'll be driving them away because they can just see that anger, that longing for something. Nobody can complete you. You have to complete yourself before you find somebody, and you can meet a man anywhere. You can just be stepping out of your house, and you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, look at the mirror, tell yourself, I am wonderfully made. I am beautiful. I am happy. Today is a good day. When you see somebody, when you walk past somebody, just tell them good morning, have a wonderful day. Sometimes I'm so confused because I'm always good morning, good afternoon. It's not just because I'm from Africa. That sometimes I'm so tired. I'm even saying good morning in the mid afternoon. Good morning because I just want to, make people happy. Tell people have a wonderful day. I was a day. Put a smile. Even if you feel sad, fake that smile. When you keep faking it, before you know it, you really be happy and the smile will really start coming. They say what you want, play the part, do it. When you do it, it now becomes reality. You want to be happy, just fake the happiness and the happiness will come. And when you continue like this, you'll meet people. You'll be meeting people left, right, and center. My friends that are old, that have met people after, so some of them met people traveling at the airport. They met people, by the train station, and responsible, good people. They did not plan for it. They did not go out that day searching for, I'm going to look for my Mr. Right, I'm going to look for Mrs. Right. No, that wasn't what they were looking for. They just went out, they were just their happy go lucky self and put on that smile because you don't know who you are going to meet. And when you do that, you just meet somebody, and then before you know it, you will see that it's what you're looking for, that they are looking for, and then that's how you meet good people in life. That's how you meet people that will be there for you and you'll be there for. So you can meet somebody anywhere, except maybe if you have your great grandfather that is going to introduce you, or your great grandmother, or maybe you are doing family business. That's they're introducing you to brother this, sister this. If it's not that, you can meet somebody anywhere. Love will find you. Okay, thank you so much. And if you like the look, it's from Osaria LLC, and the makeup was done by our one and only Zelda Ogiamie. And all the makeup products were from Zee Bella Glam Cosmetics. And if you're interested, we'll put a link below and you can get everything you see here today. And one more thing, our Bible verse for today is from Genesis chapter 1 verse 27. Thank you so much for watching. If you like us, like and subscribe. Thank you. We love you.